Welcome to Creative Studios podcast. I'm Mohammed Zeeshan, coordinator of Lincoln Corner. Today we have a very special guest with us, Monica Davis. Monica is a public affairs officer at the U.S. Consulate General Peshawar. Previously, you were a regional engagement specialist and in charge of all the American spaces in Pakistan and Afghanistan. Before that, you have worked with the State Department. You worked in the different countries, Cambodia, Mexico, as well as a lot of other countries in Africa.
Yes.
At some point, you were a civil servant as well. So you have a vast experience. And I would like to mention, and I was quite intrigued to know, that you know different languages as well. You can speak Cambodian, you can speak German, and of course English. And I hope at some point you'll be able to speak Urdu as well. All right. I have a lot of questions, but let me start with something more, basic and which is a part of culture. Food, almost everywhere, we recognize food as a part of culture. So far in your experience, how do you find Pakistani food? What do you like about it? Or what is your experience? You can be completely honest.
Well, thanks, Zeeshan. Wonderful to be here and to talk to our podcast audiences. So I've been just amazed by Pakistani food. We have some Pakistani food in the United States, but probably not the vast array and different dishes that you can find here in Pakistan. And I think it really speaks to kind of the diversity of Pakistanis and the diversity of the different regions you can travel to in Pakistan. So I love KP food in particular, since I'm based here in Peshawar and have found some great delicacies. Chapli kebab is really yummy. I had some charsi tikka the other day.
Oh, did you try it?
Yeah,
That's good.
It was delicious.
Awesome.
So it's really I love the spices, but I like how different regions kind of have different food, just like in the United States. Even within one country, you get so many different types of regional specialties. And, up in Boston, for example, in the northern part of the United States, they're famous for kind of their baked beans, whereas down in Louisiana, they have what's called Cajun food that's kind of more spicy, so maybe Pakistanis would like it. So even in the United States, we have a lot of regional specialties, but I really didn't realize that about Pakistan before moving here, just kind of the diversity of the cultures, diversity that's also reflected through the food.
Yeah. I was about to ask you about the food in United States. I think you have kind of answered quite part of it. But in particular, I would be interested, and the audience, I think they would be interested as well. What about the American breakfast? Because I know there's a British breakfast, and it's quite known for its, British things.
Yes.
What about American breakfast?
So British breakfast is seems to me at least, a very set formal thing with certain things on the menu. I would say for Americans, we eat kind of a variety of different things. Certainly eggs are a big part of breakfast sometimes. So you can either have scrambled eggs or fried eggs, or sunny side up, we call it, when the yolk is kind of in the middle of the egg. So eggs are certainly probably one of the most common breakfast foods, usually with some toast or some other kind of bread. A lot of people eat oatmeal. You know what oatmeal is? Yeah. I have found it here in Pakistan. I'm not sure how common it is to eat for breakfast here, but you can make it into kind of a porridge, and that's really nice on a winter day because it's warm and a good start to the day. That's what I used to eat growing up a lot. A lot of young kids, of course, like cereal. It can be a little too sugary though, and a little crazy with lots of chocolate and crazy things in the morning. But so cereal with milk is also a very common thing.
Right. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, you might have noticed breakfast in Pakistan. We have mostly, I can call it a bread because we call it chapati. So it's in different layers. Right. It's with different tastes at times as well. And egg is obviously a very, prominent, or I can say it's almost everybody would want to have it in a breakfast. Moving away from food. I feel hungry because of talking about the food. About the dresses, about the fashion, what I would like to ask, because you have this experience of working in different places, can you relate or maybe find some commonalities between Pakistani fashion here or somewhere in Africa you were, or maybe in general anywhere in other
Hmm.
part of the world?
Hmm. I would say so. I did work in South Sudan and in Kenya, in Africa. They also, just like in Pakistan, love kind of bright colors.
Okay,
So I have seen that certainly in many parts of the world.
interesting.
Also, I worked for a while in Rajasthan in India, and they're known for very bright colors
Right.
as well.
Okay.
Sometimes with little kind of mirrors on on the women's clothing.
Okay.
So certainly the bright colors here in Pakistan remind me of other countries as well.